maybe 1 million naira, maybe 2 million naira. I mean, they don't really give them anything per se. Look at them. I'm not surprised, all right? So don't let us act surprised or alarmed that Yeye Bello has lawyers who are ready to risk it all, stage a protest for a thief, right? You are there when Tifnubu hired over 40 sons when they asked him to present his school certificate. Alaye school, Ololo. Tifnubu failed to sign, to register, what do you call it? In his INEC form, he failed to put it there, which primary school he went or secondary school he went. It denied them. He didn't even fail any of them. He just put in his Chicago State Oluwole certificate. Then when they said, come and bring the proof that you went to school, he hired 40 lawyers. 40. When they went to America to go and get his academic record from the school he said he went, he hired another 30 lawyers, paid them over $2 million. This is true, real. Something where you could just open book and say, okay, this is what you are looking for, take them. He had to hire lawyers. And there were lawyers who were there in court. Lawyers they were in court. And nobody has any right to ask for Tifnubu certificates. No. No. It's against the law. It's against the right of privacy. But they did all of that. Now lawyers today, senior advocate of nuisance. Or maybe the senior advocate of narcotics. Our narcoticians. So lawyers in Nigeria. I know some lawyers that are possibly just like, this is our profession. They don't bastardize it don't make any sense anymore. How do you study law in a lawless country? Explain it to me like a 5-year-old. How do you study law in a lawless country? Why do you study law in a lawless country? Why? You've got lawyer, and you've got politicians. Those who live off the leeches who live off the people, scavengers like these ones that will do anything and everything, including threaten a state governor. They are all the same, right?
We want to stand it clearly to you and your people. If you don't stop, we will come after you. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. That doesn't does not belong only to you. It belongs to the University. It belongs to the University. All of us fought for you to be there. And we can fight for you to be there. So if you want to continue to fight, we can be prepared. When we come after you, you will run. You will run. So all those people that are encouraging you to say insult Wike, say this, say that, insult President Tinubu, that nothing will happen. When the team will come, they will abandon you. We have done this before now. Yes. We are just the civil servants. Yes. They are the politician. We have not paid any price that we have paid in the past. So I'm standing here on behalf of Grassroots Development Initiative GDI worldwide. Yes. To state clearly that as we finish program here today, from tomorrow, we'll be observing you, we'll observe your supporters, we'll observe your followers. Any further attempts to insult the president of Nigeria, yes, to insult our grandparents fronting by saying the way to Wike, then be ready for war and you will pay the price. Thank you and God bless all of us.
70 years old man.
Because it's a lawless place. Okay? That's a state governor is referring to. The state governor. He's a nobody, but he's a politician, partly of them in rank and all that, but he's a nobody. But right there is giving a state governor, the last warning. If you insult Wike, again, we will deal with you. The next time we will be watching you. You are your supporters. If you insult our leader, Wike, again, you are looking for war. That's their politics in that place. That is their politics. Because it is the politics of normally it's politics of a chop by chop, but no, it's actually the politics of a winner takes it all and decide who to share the spoils with. And if the spoil is not shared adequately, then you will hear the rumble in the tumbler, rumble in the cup, storm in the teacup. The bunch of lunatics that are allowed to carry out all these their nefarious activities, because a lot of you are unbothered. That is why characters like this will continue to exist from the north to the east to the west to the, everywhere. But the consciousness of the people are going to continue to be awakened. And one day soon, there will be a spark. No, there will be a spark. It's just going to be, how? Call you.
And we are competing with armed robbers and the bandits to recruit from the youths who are unemployed. 33% unemployed. Recruit 50 million youths into the army and the other thing. Take away from their recruitment source. What they will eat? Cassava, àgbàdo, corn in the morning, yam in the afternoon. It's growing here. You create demand and consumption. For over 5 million army of boot camps. We create our food. That's money for the farmers. That's consumption for the soldiers and skill development. Don't call them illiterate. Don't talk about illiteracy. Anybody who can own gun, who can handle gun, who can cock gun and clean the chamber and cock and shoot is technically competent to repair a tractor in the farm.
I'm learning that. It's one of his famous mental gymnastic of a lunatic. To be precise, like those are the symptoms, jargons. But it was entertaining. It sounded so serious and all that. Give me a sec. So that's that. The other part of the chart is that Kolu is now in Saudi Arabia. He got there last night. The guy is just going everywhere they want him to just go and show face. So tomorrow or today now, you are likely going to see him in Mecca or Medina, wrapping himself well with the white cloth, taking the picture and posting it online with the title Tifnumbu in Mecca to pray for Nigeria's unity, progress, and prosperity. But it's not bringing you peace, unity, or progress. It's not. It's not capable of giving you that. Somebody said, no matter what, no matter how Tifnumbu became your president, that what really what people really care about, that it doesn't really matter how he came to power. Okay. But what really matters is that if he is able to show a plan, to show a workable plan that people can look into and say, oh, great, give him time. It won't really matter. That's one of the most it's one of the most dubious things to say. Okay. How people emerge or came to power actually matters. If they have no real connection with you, then you should never expect anything from them. Okay? But where you have real connection with those that want to elect you, right? That you look straight into their eyes, you sit with them, you have this chat and all that, you have this connection, this bond. You have debate, you have appearances, TV appearances, you tell them what you want to do yourself. And there is a connection. You see, when you have that power, when you finally get into the power, that connection is what will keep reminding you why you are there. But if you have no connection like Tifnumbu has no connection with anybody. The only connection Tifnumbu has with everyone is how much of his generosity is extended to you. The stolen money that he's been swimming in, himself and his own co-travelers. So all they're after is how to actually buy you. Exactly. If you sit with them and you want to be honest, you will see how empty they are. Or lack of any real workable plan for Nigeria, because there's no real plan. The only plan that is there is the plan of how they would have their own share to the feel of the spoil of that contraption. Give me a second. One of them is talking. I'm coming back.
I'm just driving to the airport. I'm going past a number of petrol stations and seeing the fuel queues at the petrol stations. A lot of people, going through the pain and hardship trying to get fuel. It's so sad, honestly. It's so painful when you see it. You think, just 2 weeks ago, it was all about contaminated fuel, and now they can't even get fuel. And really, it didn't need to be like this. Because I remember when I was Senate President, I think it was November 2016, myself, Speaker, Minister of State Petroleum, we sat down and worked out a way to get out of this fuel subsidy and easy supply and distribution of fuel by the cooperation of the labor stakeholders, even the buy-in of Mr. President. And I don't know what happened later on. They got to reverse this policy and see where we are today. And it's so painful. It should really need not be like this. And the sad part about it is that today I hear now that crude oil is at $135. And we're not going to benefit from all that. What's the solution? The only solution really is that we have to vote out a government. The party, ruling party has not performed. The APC government has not delivered on those promises, particularly this that's giving so much hardship. Nigerians should just go out, get the PVC and vote this ruling party out, APC out in 2023 and vote for PDP.
Nuisance Lele.
Just one of them, the old stuff, right? Somebody said this is another fool. Director Scott, you are so right. These people say greed, selfishness, as well as self-centeredness, which is the main thing, prompted them to gang up against one of them. Goodluck Egbere Jonathan, a supposed minority from the south, hoping they could usurp him, take over the power for themselves. Himself and Atiku, today, they've lost everything politically, let's be honest. But that's him, Saraki. They are all looking in the behind to come back. He has become almost absolute nothing in the Kwara politics now. He's from his own father down to him. until he tore his entire family apart, all because of all this power drunk as well. So they found themselves and they took themselves to go and strengthen another jihadist party called the APC, all for power. At the end of the day, he became a Senate president, and that was it. Since then, he's more or less like a living dead politician waiting to be revived by some of you that will always go back to or give life back to these career criminals. I was talking about Tifnumbu and the way Tifnumbu come in. No connection with you. So he has nothing. He paid everyone to do what he wanted and they brought him to this power. And those are the people that he's probably hold, not you. Everything else they are saying to you is just, just kind of like drama. I'm going to need I'm going to need about 2-3 minutes, right? Baker is downstairs and I really need to get her up here, okay? I will be back, and when I come back, I should take calls. Let's have a chat for like an hour before we call it some money, right? I will be back in, let's say in about 3 minutes or 5. Don't go anywhere.
Àtisebo, àtisete, àtisete, àti ń parọ́ tipẹ́, àtisete, òtítọ́ òdìmú òdodo òsì mọ́, àtisete, òtítọ́.
speaking tongue. Thank you very much for holding forth. So, yeah, that is pretty much that this morning. But the line, like I said, is meant to be opened. But I'm thinking, should we do it now or just do that later? Or we should just use the full hour or so? But I decided that, you know one thing, right? Let's leave it as it is now, okay? And then when I come back later this evening, we should have enough space to have our chats. So thank you so much, everyone, for your time. I'm going to see you later this evening. And I hope I see you. Good afternoon.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Mayegun Diary politico.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú.